going to be making a hanging plant stand today with this mould that I got from AliExpress. It comes with some screws and bolt things to put it together, these little grommet things, and a little swinging pot. This is plastic though, it's not glass. And I'm also going to be using some metallic paste in blue from Temu and some of the diamond dust glitter pigment again from Temu. I'll be using the super sparkle white from Tracy at Mrresin GB in the 80 mesh, and I'll be using the puffball and Dorset blue pigments from Create and Bloom. So I'll just go and get some resin mixed up and then we can get started. I've mixed up some Let's Resin Epoxy 1:1 resin and I've split that into 4 cups. And in one of the cups I'm going to put some of the puffball white from Create and Bloom. So some of that in there. And then in another pot, I'm going to use the Dorset blue. So a helping of that in there. And in the other one, I'm going to use the metallic paste that I got from Temu. Haven't tried this yet, so I've no idea what this is going to be like. So let's put helping of that in there. And in the last one I'm going to add some of the super sparkle white from Tracy at Mrresin GB. Nice little helping of that in there. And then I'm also going to add the diamond dust glitter pigment. I don't know what, it doesn't say a colour, it's just blue. So I'm just going to give that a good shake. And then put a couple of drops of that one into there. What's that, 4 drops in there? Right, so I'm just going to get all these mixed up and then I'll see you when they're ready to pour. These are all mixed up and ready now, and I think I want to do like a sort of marbling down the bottom and then the sparkly blue at the top. So I'm going to add some of the blue to the white and then some of the metallic blue, and then pinch my cup, and then I'm going to try and pour some of that in the top and then quickly add some of the other one down the bottom and try and catch that before one overtakes the other one. So a bit more in there, I think. Right, let's do some in this one as well while those colours are still the same, and pop that in there. Oh, that one's crept up, not to worry. Right, and then, oops, same again. I'm going to add some of that blue and then some of that blue, and then top them up. So I think this one needs a bit more of that clear, and then pop that down into there, and then top this one up. And then a bit more of the clear in that one. A bit more of the clear in that one. A bit more clear there. And then I'm just going to top them up with the rest of the marbly blue. So that one there. And then that one there. I think it can take a bit more, so I'm just going to do another little quick pour with these two in there, and then add that to the bottom. And then same with this one, just until they dome. Right, I think that's enough. I don't think I've got any of that clear left. Well, not clear, but the tiny little drop left in there. Use that one up. A little bit in that one. Right, okay, so I need to find something for my leftover resin, so I'll do that and then I'll see you back for demold. These are all cured up now, and with the leftover resin I just made a little froggy. He's cute, and a little flip-flop, and I've just made that into a fridge magnet. So that was my leftovers. Right, so let's pop these out now and see how these are looking. Should come out easy. You've got these little bits in the top though for the holes for the screws. Not sure whether they've gone all the way through, but might need a little bit of drilling. Right, let's have a look. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, lost a lot of the clear. It's on the sides. Yeah, still nice though. Right, let's have a look at the other one. Let's pop this one out. Oh, there we go. Right, pop that mould back in the right way. Otherwise it leaves creases like that if you leave them like that. So you don't want to leave them like that too long. Right, let's have a look at the other one. Yeah, same thing. I've lost the clear on the front, but yeah, you can still see it on the sides. Nice. Okay then. So these fit together like that. But I think I want to do a bit of decoration before I fit those together. So I'm thinking, I've got this washi tape that I've used in other projects. I'm wondering to put some of that on the bottom. Let's put a bit on and see how it looks. So I'm just going to trim that off there. Be nice to have that little fishy. Don't think I'll get both. There's a little fishy there as well. Right, let's have a look. Just going to peel this off. And the good thing about washi tape is you can always peel it back off afterwards if you don't like it. So let's have a look. Let's put it there and then rub that down. And then I just need to trim off around the edges. Right, I need to put something solid down on here so I can use a knife to cut around it. Now, I've got a glass cutting mat and a sharp knife. So I'm just going to trim round this washi tape. Take that excess off. So that's that bit. Comes off nice and easy. And then same again on the inside. So around there, and then round in that bit there. Right, let's have a look. Let's get rid of that. Don't think I need that now. Get that little bit of fluff off. Oh yeah, I like that. Yes, that looks nice. I don't think I need to put it on the back one, do I? No, probably not. Just that front one would be fine, I think. Right, so this is going to need sealing in. So I'm just going to get some UV resin. I'm going to be using Let's Resin Clear Hard Type UV, and I also want to add some of these crushed glass in the blue, and I've also got these little well, crystally things, but they're not crystal, they're plastic, so I thought I'd add some of those to it as well. So I'm just going to run a line of UV round the entire piece, and then that was sealing that washi tape as well. So just putting a helping of that around there, and then I'm going to use a dotting tool and then just flick that towards the edges, and then as long as you haven't put too much UV on, that won't go over the edge. So I'll just work this all the way around. So I'll do this and then I'll come back. Right, that's got a good coat all the way around there, and I'm just going to sprinkle on some of these crystals, not crystals, crushed glass, just a few on each side, I think, there, and maybe add a couple of these larger pieces in between, and then the same again on this side. Right, I think that will probably do. So I'm just going to cure this all now using a UV lamp. So I'm going to start off by holding it up high just for a few seconds, and then I'll lower it down. That's that all done now, and that's got a lovely dome on there. So that's how that's looking. Right, so the back, where I underpoured, there's a lip here and here, and instead of filing around this, which you could obviously do, I think instead I'm going to round off the back as well using UV. So I'm just going to do the same with the back, and because it's already got that lip on it, it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to fill this space up with the UV. So I'm just going to do the same thing again, putting a generous amount of UV on there, flicking it to the edges, and then curing it. So I'll do that, and then I'll be back once this is all finished. This is all finished on the back now, so no sharp edges there, and I have done the same to the little one as well, just done the back on that bit. Front's all right, so that's okay as it is. Right, so next I think I want to do some crystally bits on the tops. So I'm just going to add some UV resin to the top of these. Just going to spread that out with the nozzle of the bottle, I think. And then I'm going to add some of the stones, crushed glass on there, and then maybe one of the crystally bits, and then the same with the other side. So a little helping of that on there, just working it to the edges, and then a little sprinkle on there, and then one of those. So I'm just going to give that a cure, and then I'm going to do the same with those two at the back there. That's both of the tops of those done, so they're looking pretty. That's that one. Right, so this needs putting together now, and right, let's start with this one. The holes haven't gone all the way through, so I'm just going to use a drill and drill those out. So I'll do this off camera because that's going to be a bit noisy, but that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to drill out those holes there, and then the same with that one there. So next, to put it all together, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with these. I think they're supposed to go on that top hole there, but they don't sit in, and I don't really fancy gluing them, so I think I just won't bother with those. So I thought they would have like little bits that you'd push into the middle, but they don't. So right, so let's get this put together. So I'm gonna fit that in between, and then the screw goes in the bottom hole and then in the top hole of that one. Just need to line those up. There we go. And then the same the other side. Let's just put that, it comes with this little nut and bolt thing, so put that on there as well. And then the same the other side. Just going to attach, oh, that one went through better, and then attach that one on to there. Right, so obviously you can have that sitting how you want it, so you just tighten it to how you want it to sit. And next, so this little hangy pot sits in the middle. I've got a plant here that lives in water. It's just one of those that go in a fish tank. I'm not very good at keeping plants alive. I either don't water them or water them too much. So because that's going to live in water, hopefully I'll be able to keep that little devil alive. So for the bottom of the vase, I'm just going to add some of these crushed glass, and then that would tie in with the glass that I've put on the actual thing itself. I put some of those in. I'm not sure if these are gonna, I think they're gonna end up floating, but never mind. Right, let's get a spoon because I want more of those blues in there. Right, so I'm just going to add a few more in there just to cover that bottom area. So a few, I think that will probably be enough. Let's just add some more of these. If they float, they float. Probably still look quite nice if they float. Right, that would do, I think. And then I need to top this up with some water. And then plop my little plant in there. And then the metal pole that goes, oh, let's sit that down in there for now. That's gonna, oh, you should tie this, like tighten these up, I think, but I can't find my Allen key set, so that'll do like that for now. So the bar goes through that side, and then it goes through the pot, back out the other side. Come on, out you come. And then through the other hole there. Just push that through. There we go. They look quite nice, floating actually. I like that. And then that just, it's got some movement in there. So living on a houseboat, that's gonna rock when the tide comes in. So I really like that. So that's how it looks. And thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.